aya ngoke jibi mange ya papi yemunda manina nyama selanga ye ngwa jaso ina nyama nduma aya kwe papi ba imanyama yemunda nge anja uma ya nduma ye kwe mutera wanyalo nduma konde ganga unja pompon ye mali mange mungwemu aya muteji wanyalonga kunende janga nyalonga masumunyo masumuni puleki mpeunde kisinde matiko benamira angi akunwiyo ngaino ye pulokiye mukunga intemo insamina be kunde anga unjawu masilanga fe yemuna bayi manyamasa.
On the 23rd March 1991, the civil war started in Sierra Leone in a small village called Bomaru in Kailaun district. The war was pioneered by the Revolutionary United Front (RUF) with support from the Special Forces of Charles Taylor's National Patriotic Front of Liberia (NPFL), with the aim to overthrow the government of that time.
Yes, halt! I'm pinned down everywhere, pinned down and face outside. Now, face outside, face outside, face outside, face outside. Yes, halt! I'm pinned down everywhere, pinned down and face outside. Now, face outside.
Corporal Fode Sebana Sanko. People call me Pape. Why? Children, big people. I'm not Mandela. I'm Pape of Australia. Take care of them who have what we call these unfortunate children who find themselves in shortage situation. Are we to kill them? No. They are with us.
Why would these boys lie about what they did for you?
They are being spoon-fed.
Sekolah dia, sister from the back. Kata kumtu ya moto mtenta.
Believe me, the next general election, we're going to win it. We've won already.
And if you don't win?
We're going to win.
Do you want to be president of Sierra Leone?
Well, as of now, I'm preaching peace. I'm talking about peace. And I think you are talking about politics. I'm not talking about politics. I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about peace.
I say without Fode Sanko, no peace in this country. So as long as I'm in Freetown, there is peace.
And if you're not in Freetown?
There is war.
We, RUF-SL, that is Revolutionary United Front of Sierra Leone, took up arms against a corrupt political system then headed by former President Joseph Sadu Momo in 1991. But our leader, Corporal Fode Sebana Sanko, started organizing RUF as far back as in the 80s. A lot of events, conflict of events, societal ills, marginalizing of the youth, social problems, compel us to organize ourselves to make sure that the one-party dictatorship that was established in the country in 1978 by the late Saka Stevie, to get them out of power so that we have real democracy, a participatory democracy, democracy that will ensure that we get education, equal opportunity, we get jobs in this country, we live like a normal human being. We needed a democracy that would elevate us from our degradation.
During the war, numerous atrocities were committed, including the famous Freetown Massacre in 1999, which set up Freetown in a bloody assault known as Operation No Leave a Thing. Over 70,000 people were killed. The recruiting of underage soldiers under the age 18. Recruitment methods were brutal. Sometimes children were abducted. Children were even forced to kill members of their own families so as to make them outcasts. They were even drugged in order to completely deaden them and make them mindless killing machines. Mass war rape was widespread. Sexual slavery and forced marriage were commonplace during the conflicts.
It was the 18th, 3 days when we run away from these people. They went to our street where we live, started killing. I ran away with my children, 8 of them. 3 days later, the 18th January, my children said, "Father, today we want to eat, we want to go and fetch water." I told them, "No, don't go out. I'm going out to fetch water." Unfortunately, I met with them. I was coming by this way. I don't know that they were at this side. They halted me with guns. They killed 8 in front of me. I only alone stand now like this, dumb. They put a gun here, a gun in my back. Commanded me to put my hand down or they explode me off. I've already seen what have happened. So they commanded me. They amputated my hand. Even I got to save one with my one hand. I took him by my one hand. I started running with him.
We are running, coming for town. Others were searching for food when they got all of us. When we had that, we left the boats coming for town. We fell into their ambush. They captured us. We had full number, assembled 7 of us. 6 were killed. They called me. I lied down. They tied both my arms and my feet. They hung me. There they did what they feel like doing. Beating me with their guns, throwing stones on me. At about 16:40, they came use the machete to cut the rope which I was tied. We went down. That man, I placed my left hand. He said, "No, I know you are a student." He sacked my pocket, took my scout ID card, took my school ID card, national identity card, and my school testimonial, which I collected. It was with me. Then he burnt it first. He chopped my arm and said, "Today you've washed your arm from politics."
We
were confident that the Sierra Leone army soldiers will protect us.
So we'll not be facing the war will reach inside Moyamba. Whether people then come inside. I don't know where the police don't come, then go
1 month after we saw the people who have fled to my town, we had completely forgotten about the war.
Don't forget about war business.
One day, the guys on the day it was time to harvest the rice, we took our pans and we went to the farm. We carried our pots, fish, and sauce to cook for lunch.
We don't know more one night. Now we hear haladi.
One night we heard a lot of screaming. People were screaming and asking for help. Then we heard gunshots.
They were shooting all over, and then we heard gunshots near us in the bush. They were coming right towards us.
There was total chaos in town. I got out of bed and ran outside. I took my child on my back. When I left everything, I followed all the other people who were trying to escape. You could hear people screaming, "Oh God, I have been shot. I can't find my children." And I said to myself, God help me, God help me.
And me and my brother ran into the bush, but I lost him. He disappeared. And they were shooting and getting closer until they got to me. A man holding a gun called me. Then he captured me and put me in a truck. They said if I didn't come with them, they'll kill me.
We were in the bush for a very long time, and all that time my child was starving and crying.
Then they drove me. They said, "Oh, come on here."
When he was crying, the others told me to move away from them because he was making noise. Then I pleaded with them and explained to them that he was hungry, and they finally gave me some food.
Now they give me small food. Now we get, but now come inside the bush quick.
We stayed in the bush until one day the soldiers found us.
Now they appear away inside the bush. So now they put that gun.
And they held us at gunpoint. Then they lined us up and separated us into groups.
Then they put the mommy there. Then they put them separately. They put the young
old women, the young boys, and the young girls
separately.
And they picked us one after the other and took us to do the cooking for them.
The big man from the place.
The boss told me that from now on, I was his wife.
After I was with them for a while, they told me to start carrying a gun. They said if I refused, they would kill me or bury me alive. They started teaching me how to use a gun. This training went on for over 2 years.
Although they are victims, they don't know, but they become perpetrators as well. These young people, from what they tell.
Shouldn't tell me that court we had a silo go to Chiyanka by a Kumakraki will give it an. That tell me I need the ending. And that was so much I didn't go pull up.
I tell them I put my ID card to show these people. They say no. They say now we go and cut your head off. I say for why? I say what happened when you cut my head off? Try to talk to these people. They will try to cut my hand off. I beg them. When I beg them, then go to the foot.
As a gentleman, you've come for the peace. Don't burn my house. Please, we are in peace with you. Say, Pa, we burn the house here. So the house was burnt. And even all my properties. If you sit down, Papa. I sat down. I said, with the cutting hand, I said, gentlemen, don't cut my hands off. I beg you. I am with the peace with you people. He took the axe and bounced it on my hands. It goes off. I said, gentlemen, leave the other hands. So they cut the other hands. I was lying on the floor when after all this sacrifice has been done, cutting my two hands, they went away. I followed them. The gentleman, you damaged me, kill me, kill me. Instead of leaving me with my hands off, kill me. They said no. They bounced me on the ground. My teeth with an hammer was taken away. You see that?
Apa kegitin jate kat tipa manga tapa katinde ngate bo awe nga tapa ngatinya wa ho tete luma tama tinde tenginya kujila ho titewe kenyangu anga ke kenyama maluma na tinya kujile.
Well, our problem now is we have to deal with the present situation, which is the humanitarian situation that we have at hand, and we want to appeal to them to pay attention also to us. Like they've given a lot of publicity to the situation in Bosnia, Rwanda, and a lot of Liberia is close, very close to us. We think that we form part of the international community. Irrespective of our size, that they should listen to the predicament of our people and come to the aid of this country, which is very much in need of humanitarian assistance.
The international community intervened diplomatically to promote negotiations between the AFRC and the RUF rebels and the Kaba regime. The Lome Peace Accord, signed on 7 July 1999, is controversial in that Sankor was pardoned for treason, granted the position of vice president, and made chairman of the commission that oversaw Sierra Leone's diamond mines. In return, the RUF was ordered to demobilize and disarm its arms under the supervision of an international peacekeeping force, which will initially be under the authority of both ECOMOG and the United Nations. The Lome Peace Agreement was the subject of protest.
No more. No more. We want peace. We want peace. Fire! It's our people, don't fire yet!
It's a very important day for Sierra Leone. We have the civil war in my country is at an end. And we have all resolved that never again shall we resort to violence to settle matters of political importance.
The armed struggle which we started on the 23rd March 1991 has been painful for all of us. For too long we have lived in Sierra Leone, in which a few corrupt people held the majority to ransom. Because of this, violence erupted in society, and because of this violence, there have been victims. People have died, others have suffered injuries.
This historic document which we're about to sign should be dedicated to the children of Sierra Leone. I shall sign it as President of Sierra Leone. More importantly, I shall sign it not for myself, but for Memuna Mansere, who is here today representing thousands of our sisters and brothers, the children of Sierra Leone, the most vulnerable victims of the war. Where is Memuna Mansare, please? Let you all see her. Please, if she can come up. You'll see, this is a child. She is going to grow up without her right hand. This is the product of war. So I hope we shall all learn from this and try to embrace peace wherever we are. Thank you very much.
18th January 2002, President Kaba declared the civil war officially over. The war lasted for 10 years, 9 months, 3 weeks and 5 days, resulting to the death of approximately 50,000 citizens and non-citizens, with 2.5 million displaced internally and externally. It was recalled that even before becoming head of state, President Kaba promised to restore peace in Sierra Leone, which he did in few years.
From the day I was elected, even before I was elected, it was really on my campaign program that I was going to bring about peace to Sierra Leone.
Only battle
I pray for forgiveness for all the bad things we've been doing in the bush. All I pray for is forgiveness. Anyone whose child has been in this war, forgive your children. Try to live in harmony with them. Don't hold a grudge against your children. We're all one and the same people. If bad luck befalls your neighbor, remember that it may be your turn the next time.